We took a detailed look in the last recipe at how to use the tool AF-convert in the macOS terminal to convert audio file formats in no time. Now, of course, I don't want to leave Windows and Linux users out. And even though AF-convert doesn't exist at these operating systems, there is still a very powerful all-rounder as an alternative. And that is ffmpeg. So let's cook. I have a Windows 10 system here. It's not the newest, but it's certainly good enough. We need the command prompt here as well. We can access it either with a start menu search bar, simply type cmd, or pressing the Windows key plus R. Again, just type cmd and press enter. ffmpeg is a command line tool just as AF-convert. To find out if it is installed already, simply type ffmpeg -version. The arrow message here tells us that it is not yet installed. To install ffmpeg, you need the winget package manager, which is already included in Windows as of a later version of Windows 10. You can check this also by running winget --version. If it is installed, the current version will be displayed. Now let's install ffmpeg. Type winget install ffmpeg. This downloads and automatically installs ffmpeg. Just agree to the terms of use here and the download will start. ffmpeg also comes with additional tools. You can do pretty much anything related to audio with it. If you now type in ffmpeg -version again, you'll get a lot of information about it. There, that's done. Naturally, this only needs to be done once. Then you can use ffmpeg again and again whenever you need it. Now let's convert audio files. Here too, I have my folders containing the samples that need to be converted. Let's start with the individual file. Reminder, all these audio files are in a 32-bit format and I want to convert it to 16-bit. Since the files are on my USB drive, I first need to switch drives. I can do that by typing d:. If I type dir, I can see the contents of the current directory. Now I want to go to my one sample directory, so I'm typing in cd quotation one sample quotation. You need the quotation marks only if you have white space in your file names. Now you can see via right there's our example sample.wav. By the way, you can clear the terminal by typing in cls. Okay, let's use ffmpeg and place the converted file directly beside the original. Now let's type in ffmpeg -i quotation input file name, in our case is example sample.wav, quotation, then -c:(a), then pcm_s16le, and then quotation output file name. In our case, let's just call it converted sample.wav. That's it. ffmpeg provides additional information about the converted format, and our sample sits alongside the original, requiring half the storage space. Shows us that we have exactly half the bit rate, and that is what we wanted. Now let's quickly fly over the line. This time I will limit myself to the detailed description in the corresponding SourceBook chapter, but here is a brief overview so you know what it all means. ffmpeg, sure, the tool itself. -i means input. And now the file name of the input file is expected, which we write in quotation marks. -c:(a), that is the audio codec. And the next one is just, we want to have a PCM format with 16-bit and little endian. And at last, the output file name we want to have for our converted file. Now let's also use this setup with multiple audio files simultaneously in a loop. Just clearing the terminal again. Then I'm navigating into my All Samples folder. Now, as you can see, I have also the folder converted within there. Now I want to convert all the files here and move it into the converted folder. Now, all in one line, for %f in bracket star.wave bracket do ffmpeg -i quotation %f quotation -c :a pcm_s16le quotation converted / attention / Windows %f quotation. As you can see, we are now getting a printout of information for each file, but that's a good sign that it is working. Here too, I will revisit the details regarding the command in the corresponding SourceBook chapter then. You could suppress the printout by entering the option -log level quiet after ffmpeg and then processed as before. And then you're getting just one line per file. Now here we are. All converted files are within our folder converted now. Okay, let's quickly jump over to Linux. Here I have a version of Linux Mint running on an old Windows 7 computer. I have my files on the USB stick again and want to convert them from 32-bit to 16-bit at 44.1 kHz. Right-click the folder, then select Open in Terminal to open the command line. ls displays the folder content. Clear clears the terminal. Running ffmpeg -version here also produces an error indicating that the tool is not installed, and also the command we should run to install it. Okay, let's do this. With sudo -s, I switch to the system administrator privileges, so I don't have to enter sudo and my password for every single command. Now I can type in apt is the package manager of Linux, install ffmpeg. Now the package is being searched for and information about it is displayed. I confirm and the download begins. Now I have to close my terminal and open it again so that the tool can be used. Again, ffmpeg -version now displays information about the tool. Using it is basically the same as on Windows. That's the advantage of cross-platform tools. As you can see, the exact same command converted the file for me and saved it next to the original at half the file size. Here you can see the information about the result. Now let's also switch to the All Samples folder. Oh, there are the files from before. Just remove them, rm and then star. This will remove all the files here. Here too, let's use a loop to iterate through all files, convert them and place them in our converted folder. Since both Linux and macOS are Unix-based systems, the loop syntax is the same as on macOS. For more details, I recommend watching the previous video where I cover using AF-convert on macOS. I also use log level quiet to avoid printing out all the information for every file. Here's the whole line. Press enter and watch the files being converted. That's it. Thanks for watching. Now you know how to convert audio formats quickly on Windows and Linux using ffmpeg, no matter which platform you work on. If you want to dive deeper, including automation scripts and shortcuts for even faster workflows, check out the full SourceBook chapter. Link and informations are in the description below. See you in the next episode.